Now they will have to face reality. Veera Raghav, why don't you give a quick comment on that, and then Mafoy Pandyarajan can tell us, will the AIDMK hold together? Veera Raghav, will the AIDMK hold together?
Look, two or three things. Two or three things. I think the through this election campaign, one camp in the AIDMK was playing to be the opposition party, another camp was trying to become the return as chief minister, which is the EPS camp. I think OPS and Sashikala would be thrilled with the AIDMK defeat. They were playing towards that. Not OPS and Sashikala. Sashikala would also be looking at that because, you know, striking at the leadership of a party which has been defeated is easier than striking at the leadership of a party which is in power. EPS was impossible to take when the party was in power. So leave that as it may, that's the AIDMK politics. Most important now is what is Stalin going to give in terms of Tamil Nadu. Stalin has tried to step into his father's shoes in terms of trying to be this ideological leader, being this statesman-like leader in terms of politics by not attacking the AIDMK or not trying to destabilize the AIDMK after J. Jayalalitha's death, and when there were rumors that there could be horse trading that could happen and all those things. He's waited his time and he's taken this. But he's also projected his son. So is it going to become one family rule? That is dangerous for a state. If the DMK has a majority, as you've predicted, of the nature that is there, it is extremely important to see how this plays out post the election. So Rajdeep, I think it's important to note that, when you talk of parties like the Nam Tamizhar Katchis, these are radical, extreme fringe parties. You need to be very careful when we are looking at the kind of rise that these parties are having. It's not very.
People are looking. Of course, it's a radical. It is a party looking at a more radical agenda for Tamil Nadu, but there is a vacuum clearly in Tamil Nadu, and there will be over the next 10 years more parties emerging. Kamal Hassan, and it's an interesting factor to look at. Clearly, Pradeep, Kamal Hassan has got about 4-5% of the vote.
4%, but I'm again telling you, you should look for Cement, the NTK leader. He's getting votes in our poll.
But the radical vote, you see, he's getting a much more extremist radical vote. Eventually, elections are won by parties that take along every group.
See, Arvind Kejriwal is another example for you.
Yes.
I am trying to tell you, when you talk about who is going to be the alternate and what is the future of AIDMK, in that context, I am putting forward the
some new
NTK.
names, new faces.
No, but because of the sense that the AIDMK has gone away from its Dravidian roots by allying with the BJP, and that's where I want to go across to Aspire Swaminathan, that the AIDMK is no longer the original AIDMK of MGR, which was far more rooted in Dravidian ideology than the current AIDMK of EPS and OPS, which seems to be okay to ally with the BJP. Give me a moment as I try and fix that connection, but let Sandeep Shastri respond to that same question about the fact that the AIDMK's ideological moorings, never as ideologically rooted a party as the DMK, but have they been blunted by this alliance with the BJP?
Rahul, I don't think they have been blunted by the alliance with the BJP, but I think the disadvantage the Anna DMK has faced is a lack of clarity on who is the inheritor of Jayalalitha's legacy. I think there are multiple competitors for that. Whereas on the other hand, inheriting Karunanidhi's legacy, Stalin was able to directly project himself as the inheritor of that legacy. So that factor, I think, has played an important role. And after 10 years of being in power, if you're fighting an election on collective leadership, the question then comes up that Tamil Nadu politics has always been leadership driven. And I think the present Anna DMK leadership has not been able to transfer to itself the support which Jayalalitha enjoyed when she was around, and that explains also to me the Anna DMK being on the retreat or taking a back seat. I'm not too sure whether the BJP alliance has impacted them negatively, but I think it's more the internal dynamics of the Anna DMK at this point of time.
Speaking of the internal dynamics of the AIDMK, let's spend a moment looking at why people who voted for the AIDMK said they voted for the AIDMK. 46% thought, these are AIDMK supporters, that the AIDMK did a good job. 27%, that's 1 in 4, say they voted for the AIDMK because of Palanisamy. So they voted for AIDMK because of Chief Minister Palanisamy. That's straight away 1/4 of the respondents saying that this was the reason. Because of Modi, is 8%, a stable, strong government is 8%, attention to development is 7%, COVID management is 2%, but 27% saying they voted AIDMK because of Palanisamy and 46% saying they thought the government did a good job is not a bad approval rating to have given the scale of the challenge that confronted him.
No, I think what we are, and Rahul, it's a point I made earlier. I think COVID has brought a number of leaders to the fore. Vijayan is an example. Palanisamy is another example. And I think we have to start recognizing what is COVID leadership. It requires empathy. It requires a strong social sector push. It requires you to do genuine welfareist politics. And I think Palanisamy to some extent, and certainly Vijayan did that. It's a southern state legacy. Right from the days of MGR to Palanisamy, or indeed in Kerala, when it comes to empowering people, these are states which have strong social welfare policies. The leaders who represent that do reasonably well. But I think Palanisamy had a huge mountain to climb, given the fact that the AIDMK was recovering still from the death of Jayalalitha. So I think that makes things very, very difficult. Aspire Swaminathan, do you agree that this was a mountain to climb? I know okay, let's get in a final word on Tamil Nadu before we go from Veera Raghav. A final word on Tamil Nadu. Will Stalin, in a sense, be really able to fill Karunanidhi's shoes? Is it much more difficult for him?
I think this is Stalin's biggest test. Winning the election was handed down on the platter. It would have been a problem for him had he not won it. I mean, it was an issue. If he couldn't win this election, there was no election he was ever going to win. So he's won this election. The circumstances all...
No, if the polls are right. He's won it if the polls are right. I keep adding, if the polls are right. Let's be very clear.
That's right. A big if there. You're right. But I think the road ahead is extremely important, what he wants to leave behind. And I don't think it's only important for DMK or Stalin. I think it's very important for the Dravidian legacy itself. If Stalin delivers a statesman-like good government, it will uphold the Dravidian legacy, and you will have a real challenge to other forces that have been building up in the state, including the BJP.
Mr. Sarvanan, is that the real challenge now? Is that the real challenge, Mr. Sarvanan?
Yeah, the first challenge would be tackling COVID and the dwindling financial resources. And of course, our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, in the last few years had shown how to run the government. See, he has written in a number of statements, has approached the court, approached the central government everywhere. He has kept his ideology. He has been true to the ideology of the DMK party. That is the reason why DMK, even after our leader, great leader, Dr. Kalaignar, people believed him. His strong belief in the ideology of the DMK. I think that is what has also given this election to us in a platter. And his hard work. Definitely he'll continue. He'll be one of the biggest statesmen. He's going to be the conscience keeper of the country.
Conscience keeper, okay.
Doing that in the parliament.
Okay, so look over the years, the one thing that has hurt you when in power, you have been accused of corruption. I hope you remember that. I hope you will turn a new leaf this time. Sachinandan Murthy, do you see a new DMK under Stalin if they come to power?
Rajdeep, there is one issue. Apart from corruption, it is going to be the nepotism. How will Stalin handle that? Because as Karunanidhi himself was surrounded by more and more of his family members, now we have to contend with Stalin's son, Stalin's son-in-law. So how will he handle this project a clean image, both in terms of corruption-free administration and nepotism? Because if you remember a year ago, a lot of the old leaders of the DMK were very upset at the kind of prominence that the family members were getting. The old associates of Karunanidhi had launched a campaign against Prashant Kishore, who was backed by Stalin's son-in-law. So Stalin will have to also craft good advisors.
You know, it's interesting that you mentioned Prashant Kishore, because I don't know what's going to happen in West Bengal, where he's promised to pack his bags and go home if the BJP gets more than 100 seats. But in Tamil Nadu, at least he can say paisa vasool for his client, because he has been able to help the DMK do quite well according to the exit poll results. So Rishi, the entire IPAC team that's been working in Chennai and in Tamil Nadu, has been able to deliver for their clients. Now, whether Pratik and the other team in West Bengal have been able to deliver for the other clients, we will find out soon enough.
You know,